But days turn into years, turn
Let's
into dreams,
split
turn
up
into
into two
fears. They
groups.
keep on marching like the minutes to the moment we call here. This is the life, the only one we know. Hold on to it tight and learn to let it go. This is the life, we run until we're old. And when we close our eyes, the story will be told. This is the life. Oh.
Getting ready for our base for our patio. We've blocked out the clean out for their drain. We've trimmed this tree back because it was hitting us in the face. We've put clean topsoil all the way around this house and the flower beds. We're getting ready for plantings and mulch and just a whole new look for this home.
Good afternoon. Drew's cleaning out the last bed to be established. We've been planting and making sure we get these watered because it's pretty warm today. So we've got our material for the patio, and we've got Will went to go get the padding sand to finish the prep. I don't know if we're going to get to that today or not, but that's what's coming. This is a fan leaf Japanese maple. We've got the soil amendment here. We're the soil here is actually not as bad as some of the recent jobs, but it's our standard procedure to go ahead and amend it. Get this root real quick. The compost here is nutrient rich. It's just essentially decomposed plant matter. And then we'll take this here. Got to make sure that the tree is plumb, at least visually, and seated at the proper depth in the hole. Go ahead and cover it up. And we try to use a 50-50 mix of the amendment and the native soil so that it's not so much of a shock. So what we're looking for is basically to get the dirt not like compacted around it. If there's not soil around it, pretty well evenly distributed, the roots that are in the void will not receive the nutrients, could potentially die. So you see how there's a root coming out from here? That's actually not standard. And what would happen if we say were to bury it to here, it would signal to the tree, it would stimulate root growth further up the trunk, and it's not really good for it. So we try to make sure that we leave fully exposed. Any extra soil we have, we'll just either grade it out or clear it away. And then we water it extremely well. It's extremely important to water the trees well when they're first planted, any plants really, but until they've established.
We got spirit, and I know you feel it. There's no give up, give up, give up, give up in us. We got spirit, and I know you hear it. There's no give up, give up, give up, give up in us. Your path was running easy when the feeling was strong. Who do you choose to be when that feeling is gone? 'Cause when you're alone, or you sing along. We got spirit, and I know you feel it. There's no give up, give up.
What we're doing here today is trying to dig this trench out wider out here to the side. So this water coming out through the neighborhood is everybody's washout water coming through the neighborhood and digging this big gully. So those roots are kind of acting as a barrier. They're keeping the ground up there. So I'm trying to be careful as I dig not to break these roots up. It's kind of difficult. We'll get some little ones, but the main root system we're trying to avoid. So I'm gonna do like a nice little S like this following down straight from here, because we're gonna try to avoid that tree and this tree right here behind you, because it has a nice root system that comes down this way too. Then we'll line this with fabric, put some 57 stone, crushed stone on top of it to slow this water down a little bit. So bear with me here and I'll try to dig a little bit with you as I talk. Try to get moved up a little if I can do it safely, so I can try to dig this out without damaging these roots. So you got to dig careful. Make sure you don't hit a root. Then I'll just go a little bit more, a little at a time. Slow and steady wins the race. Just a little at a time. Should be getting pretty close to some roots now, so you got to be real careful. I'm just going to kind of scrape the top with the back of my bucket to smooth it out and try to make roots visible if there is any. Gets a little sketchy right here because of this gully on the side, but danger is my last name, so it's what I like. We'll try to get to the most level spot we have here. Then if you look to the back, we got a blade there. I'll position that blade and you can see it'll stabilize my machine. So then I can dig, move around, and the machine won't teeter and rock or try to tip over. So now we're just gonna bring this curve and just bring it straight down this way here. So we got a nice little kind of an S pattern. You gotta be careful and mindful of this big hole back here, because I'll not pay attention, back up too far, and then next thing you know, you fall in.
There's no give up, give up, give up, give up in us.